Okay, let's dive into this. Welcome back, everyone, to another explainer. Today, we are breaking down a definitive masterclass on reaching one of the absolute most highly sought-after milestones for any content creator: 3,000 public watch hours. If you've been staring at that YouTube Partner Program requirement and feeling just a massive wave of overwhelm, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to strip away all the confusion today and replace it with a really clear, actionable blueprint. Basically, zero stress, all strategy. Here's how we're going to break it all down today. First, we're looking at the actual math behind the goal. Then, we'll talk about building your watch time engines and how to set up a slick playlist and shorts funnel. After that, we'll lay out a totally doable 365 days strategy plan. And finally, we'll cover the crucial metrics you need and the costly mistakes you absolutely have to avoid. All right, let's get into it. The math behind the goal and how we actually calculate these watch hours. So, right off the bat, we need to completely flip the script on how you're approaching this. Most creators start out asking, how can I get 3,000 hours as fast as humanly possible? But honestly, that is the wrong question. To actually succeed, you need a major mindset shift. You got to start asking, how can I make people watch my content for longer? Because remember, the target is valid public watch hours. You need real human beings actually spending their precious time watching your stuff. It's not about speed at all, guys. It's 100% about viewer duration and retention. To really wrap our heads around this, let's do some super basic math. 3,000 hours multiplied by 60 minutes gives us exactly 180,000 minutes of watch time. Now I know, hearing 180,000 minutes sounds like this massive, impossible mountain to climb. But here is the genuinely empowering truth. You do not need a single lightning-in-a-bottle viral hit to rack up those minutes. Seriously, you are going to build this up systematically across dozens, maybe even hundreds of pieces of content over time. Now, what's really interesting here is seeing how higher retention literally slashes your workload. Let's say your average viewer sticks around for just 5 minutes. Take that 180,000 minutes, divide it by 5, and you're looking at roughly 36,000 total views needed. But, and this is a huge but, look what happens if you can bump that average view duration up to 8 minutes. Suddenly, you only need 22,500 views. And if you can get them to stay for a solid 10 minutes, you're down to just 18,000 views to hit the exact same goal. The takeaway is brilliantly simple, right? Keep them watching longer, and you need way fewer views overall. Moving right along to section 2, building watch time engines and actually generating those minutes. Okay, so if your goal is racking up public watch hours, long-form content has to be your main engine, period. Instead of just tossing out 1-minute clips all day, you really need to craft useful, meaty content that people genuinely want to sit back and consume. We're talking gaming guides, tutorials, detailed deep dives, comparison videos, the whole shebang. But hey, here is absolutely crucial advice. The algorithm totally knows when you're just padding your runtime for the sake of it. A boring, dragged-out 20-minute video is never, ever going to beat a punchy, highly engaging 8-minute one. Pure value is the ultimate key here. Now, right alongside your long-form videos, you've got a massive, often ignored opportunity, and that's live streaming. Just imagine you go live for 3 hours. You don't even need a huge audience for this. If just 20 people tune in and hang out for an average of an hour each, boom, you just generated 20 watch hours from a single casual session. I mean, that is incredible leverage. If you make this a regular habit, just a small, tight-knit group of loyal viewers can chunk out a significant percentage of your watch hour goals. So what on earth do you stream? Well, the source material gives us some really great ideas, especially for gaming channels, like folks playing PUBG Mobile, for instance. You could stream regular gameplay, rank pushing, custom rooms, challenges, crate openings, you name it. But listen up, because here is the golden rule. You absolutely must interact with your viewers. Talk to them, call them out by name, set goals for the stream, give them a real reason to hang out. If you just sit there silently breathing into your mic, yeah, they're gonna bounce, and your watch time goes right out the window with them. All right, on to section 3, the playlist and shorts funnel, which are your ultimate secondary tools. And this whole concept brilliantly illustrates one of the most underrated strategies out there to multiply those watch time engines: topic-specific playlists. It's basically a cascade effect. Picture this. A viewer watches one video, say a specific gaming sensitivity guide. At the very end, you hit them with a recommendation for a highly related piece of content, so they watch that one, and then another. Boom, that single viewer who is only going to give you 5 minutes of their day just organically handed over 15, 20, maybe even 30 minutes. By logically linking your stuff, you're drastically boosting their session time without even needing a fresh click from the algorithm. Then, of course, we have shorts. Now, hear me out on this. Do not rely on shorts for the actual watch hours if you're trying to hit that long-form requirement. That's a trap. Instead, you need to treat a 30-second short as a discovery funnel. It's basically bait. You show a quick tip, right? And then you tell them, hey, the full tutorial is on my channel. You're using the massive, crazy reach of shorts to grab brand new eyeballs with the sole intention of converting them into those super valuable long-form and live stream viewers. This brings us to Section 4, the 365-day strategy plan, your blueprint for the year. So what does a genuinely sustainable schedule actually look like? Let me tell you right now, you absolutely do not need to be uploading every single day. Burnout is a very real thing, and it completely kills channels. Instead, the name of the game is pure consistency. Try aiming for 2 long-form videos a week. That gets you to about 104 a year. Supplement that with maybe 1 or 2 live streams weekly, plus a handful of those promotional shorts we just talked about to keep the funnel full. This kind of super manageable weekly output is going to slowly but surely build up that massive content library you need. Let's move ahead and see how this builds over a full year, because the math is honestly staggering. 20,800. Think about it. If you create those 104 pieces of long-form content over the next 12 months, and each one eventually generates an average of just 200 watch hours, you hit 20,800 watch hours. That completely obliterates the 3,000-hour goal. Now sure, some videos might only scrape together 5 hours, while a breakout hit pulls in thousands. But the big takeaway here is that sheer library volume, built up consistently over time, makes hitting 3,000 hours pretty much inevitable. Finally, Section 5, crucial metrics and costly mistakes. It's time to analyze the data. As you're out there executing this master plan, there are a few genuine analytics you should literally be obsessing over. Average view duration, click-through rate, returning viewers, and total watch time. These are your true north. Now contrast that with the artificial shortcuts that offer nothing but a fake, temporary illusion of success. I'm talking about buying hours, using bots, joining sub-for-sub exchange groups, or resorting to total clickbait thumbnails. Guys, avoid these at all costs. Seriously, they are totally unsustainable and they will permanently damage your channel in the long run. Remember, real watch time only comes from real viewers. And why do those real metrics matter so much? Because they give you basically a superpower, diagnostic ability. It really all boils down to this. You need both click and retention. Think about it like a puzzle. If your analytics are showing that people click your video but bounce after 20 seconds, well, you know for sure you've got a retention problem. Your hook just isn't grabbing them. But on the flip side, if the few who do click watch for a really long time, but almost nobody is clicking in the first place, you know exactly what needs fixing, your title or your thumbnail. Good data totally takes the guesswork out of being a creator. All right, so to wrap up this ultimate blueprint for your next 365 days, here is your definitive formula. Use long-form videos as your main engine. Use live streams as your side engine to stack up extra hours. Leverage shorts purely for discovery, and use playlists to squeeze out maximum session time. And finally, use your analytics to figure out what's actually working. My best piece of advice, when you stumble onto a topic that brings in high watch time, double down on it hard. Don't try to juggle 50 different random strategies at once. Just find what works and repeat it. I want to end this explainer with a really provocative challenge straight from our source material. I want you to ask yourself, are you just chasing 3,000 hours, or are you building a channel that people actually want to watch? Because if you focus on the actual channel, improving those hooks, perfecting your thumbnails, really studying your retention graphs, I promise you, the hours are just naturally going to follow. If you are officially taking on this 365-day challenge, drop a comment down below and let us know. Keep learning, keep building, and I'll see you in the next explainer.